The reason why we're gathered here today is because Friends House is a very historical building where lots of meetings used to take place. Many famous people came to Friends House, political people, royalty, and all of these people knew of Claudia Jones. My mother died when I was 12 years old. She collapsed over a sewing machine in a clothes-making factory in Harlem, New York. She died from pure exhaustion. This was one of the most outrageous things, the most important things in my life for me that started my journey of a struggle to emancipate people, to stop this kind of cruelty ever happening to anybody else. I wanted to see the fairness of people, the equality of people, the justice of people, and I started my life as a political campaigner at the age of 17. I was deported from the United States of America because of my political activities. When I came to Britain, I attended a trade union meeting, and this is what I said. Here in Britain, we face the same problems that black people in America and all over the world are facing. The right to an equal wage, the right to proper housing, education, social services, the right to be treated as human beings. We demand that you support the West Indian Gazette, which is our voice of protest and an instrument for politicizing our people. As long as I am editor of the West Indian Gazette, we are going to expose racism wherever it raises its ugly head and in whatever form it takes, and we will remember who our friends are. I love living in Camden. And when I say loved, it was difficult, very, very difficult. When I came to Britain, 1955, December, I was met by a very different life to you that you enjoy today. I set up the West Indian Gazette in 1958. Now, 5 months after initially advertising that this newspaper was going to hit the streets of Britain, race hate boiled over and culminated in riots on the streets of Notting Hill Gate and Nottingham. Many people said it was in direct response to a black commercial newspaper coming onto the streets of Britain. Now, in the offices of the West Indian Gazette, with many prominent colleagues and people, we had a talk about what to do about the situation regarding race hate in Britain. Somebody in the office that day mentioned the carnival, having a carnival celebration in Britain. Somebody else said, don't be silly, we can't bring carnival to Britain, it's too cold and it's winter. And I said, hold on a minute, we have a rich cultural heritage. We need to change our perception and our relationship with the host community for the better. And we need to share the arts and our culture with the British people. And I determined that we would have a carnival celebration here in Britain. So the West Indian Gazette sponsored the first carnival celebrations, and we will be going to the hall or to the building where that carnival celebration took place.
Those of you who watched, who are aware of television in those days, black and white, they were all for parts that holding spears, etc., etc. As a young actor, I took a decision that I'll be very selective in what I do. And when you turn up for the part, they would say, I'm sorry, you're not experienced enough. Now, where do you gain the experience as a young black actor? And so I, Rudolph Walker, decided that the one way to gain experience was to go out to the sticks, or to repertory theatre companies, up and down the country. I went to Malvern, Birmingham, Bristol, you name it, I went there, and there's where I learned the art. It is significant that we are here today because, in fact, I made my very first professional appearance here at the St Pancras Theatre in a play called The Cave Dwellers.
Culture inspires self-confidence. Culture can help to bring about popular change. Culture can be a bridge between people from different backgrounds, allowing them to communicate and make peace in an enjoyable atmosphere.
I'd heard about Claudia Jones over the last couple of years because I'm a graphic designer, so I do a lot of work on Black history. So I'd heard about Claudia Jones and I thought it was a perfect opportunity to see some of the places she might have visited, some of the places that she was affiliated with, and really enjoyed the tour. It was brilliant. I got to see some nice costumes, nice food, and the actress was brilliant.
I didn't realise just how much Claudia had to go through to get this thing off the ground. Didn't know anything at all about her background. Didn't know she was a communist. And just how hard they all seem to have struggled. I'm just at the age where I do remember no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. It just seems unbelievable in 2010 that was even tolerated.
I didn't know much about Claudia Jones. I know about the carnival, and I just thought it'd be interesting to find out more about it. And coming along today, it was just brought to life with the actors, you know. So I've had a good day, you know. So I've just been very enjoyable. Yeah.